with power. Powered by School of Eloquence, the home of public speaking.
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Speak with Power, your magazine television program designed to focus on the art of public speaking. We all speak in public. We all need to speak in public. From social events, to business events, to political events, and even religious events. Even in your family meetings provide opportunities for speaking in public, albeit speaking to people that you're quite familiar with. Public speaking is indeed a very important skill. Speak with Power is brought to you by the School of Eloquence, the home of public speaking. My name is Ubong Isien, certified speaking professional and the Dean of the School of Eloquence. Today on the program, I'll take you straight into the masterclass where I spent some time teaching public speaking skills to employees of the Nigerian Shippers Council. From the masterclass, we continue with my interview with Dr. Bashir Yusuf Jamo, the current Chief Executive and Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA. And from that interview, we'll take you straight to our public opinion, where we asked clergymen to tell us about their public speaking experiences. Specifically, we asked them, what was your worst sermon and why? You will be amazed to hear the responses that these clergymen had to offer us. So if you're ready, as I say always, get your pen and your notepad. It's time to embark on perhaps one of the most important learning experiences of your life. Speak with Power. We'll be right back. So to do well in public speaking, you must see it as a relationship between yourself and your audience.
Speak with power.
Speak with power.
Speak with power.
Speak with power.
How to actually articulate my thoughts, how I'll be able to talk to people and not get nervous, and how to actually, overcome certain stage frights.
My aspect in this program is how to communicate to my customers so that they understand me very well.
And the anxiety and the stage phobia, that's just the little challenge.
The challenge comes from the language you're asked to speak. You might be very fluent in one language, but you might not be in the other language.
My expectations is to improve on my public skills.
So in public speaking, the challenge will be how you're able to impart the knowledge on whichever topic you're asked to speak on.
Eloquence rests on two legs. You will know you are eloquent if your speech, your presentation rests on the two legs we're about to look at. So what are the two legs? If you look at the diagram at the bottom of page 5, you will see eloquence. And you'll find that the first leg is that every time you speak, whether you're seeking to inform the audience, or to persuade the audience, or to entertain, you must be effective. What do we mean by being effective? It means essentially that your audience must get what it is you are saying. Sometimes it may mean you step down your vocabulary. But your audience must get the point that you're making. They must have an appreciation. Okay, this is really what this person is trying to get at. Have you noticed, being in an audience, the speaker keeps on going. For every point they make, they keep asking the audience, are you getting me? Remember any of such scenarios? Are we together? Am I communicating? You will find that while that is wrong, while that is unprofessional, inappropriate, because it just becomes an unnecessary distraction, but at the heart of it is the genuine desire and concern of the speaker that he is morally obligated to the audience to leave them with something. That's why he keeps checking in. Are you getting me? Are you following? Are we together? Are we on the same page? I think one of the reasons why a lot of us fail in speaking, we get too fidgety. We get too formalized in our thinking. We forget that whether it's a formal environment or not, public speaking is still a human experience. That's what it is. Only when you choose to be humane about it can you actually enjoy it and not make a lot of the mistakes you worry too much about. And remember, we could probably just excuse you if you did, are you getting me once? But by the time it becomes a recurring remark, it dilutes the entire presentation. Every time you get up to speak, please keep in mind that these two legs must be standing. That you are effective and at the same time you are powerful, which is to say you are influencing your audience. Are you challenging them to make a decision? Are you inspiring them to respond in a certain way? Or are you enlightening them? The speaker must impact the audience. That's the bottom line. And that's why we say you are to be eloquent, you have to be effective, and you've got to be powerful.
I think it has been a very and highly rewarding exercise. I came here empty and I'm going back loaded, full of ideas, full of practical experiences.
School of Eloquence is a nice place to come and learn. It's a learning environment. It's very conducive. I'm proud to be here.
We're better off than the way we came. I personally can testify that I've learned so much.
I'm quite impressed of the knowledge he has impacted in us.
Program on the public speaking has impacted a lot in me. We are able to develop ourselves better than when we came in because we always engage ourselves in the public speaking. A lot of programs that you need to speak. So we are recommending each and every member of our staff to be here.
It's no longer me doing it anyhow, but also aligning my speeches next time with these rudiments, with these do's and don'ts, and some of the rules that he has outlined.
I can see that nervousness has been removed.
I learned so many things. I learned that, first of all, you have to use all the three tools. And also you have to structure your thoughts. So I think most people that actually get into give presentations should come to this institution and learn about it. It's something that is wonderful. It's inbuilt. People talk all the time, but you know you need to be taught how to do the right thing.
Are you in governance?
You need public speaking.
Are you in business?
You need public speaking.
Are you a professional?
You need public speaking.
Learn how to overcome nervousness and speak with confidence before any audience at the School of Eloquence, the home of public speaking.
Attend our practical and training one-on-one coaching with West Africa's only certified speaking professional in Lagos and Abuja.
Call 0802 3032 066. Log on to schoolofeloquence.org. School of Eloquence,
teaching the world to speak.
What I try to do is to try and just send one message for every sermon, one message per sermon. And so it is that message that runs across for the length of time I have, whether it is short or long, one message. And the message usually for me is what will make them become better Christians. That is usually my message. How can they apply the principles of the Bible in their everyday living? I get the feedback instant, almost instant, and they say, "Look, that was good. That was good. I'm glad I came to service today."
But one thing that gives me joy is the issue of fulfillment, especially to Colossians 4 verse 17, fulfilling the ministry we're called. It's just like a purpose of life, purpose of our coming. And what makes me to choose it is because every man that comes to this planet have a purpose. And if you fail to fulfill the purpose, automatically you wasted the time. So instead of wasting time coming to planet Earth, you need to fulfill it. So teaching you to be a part of a disciple that finished the course while you came here. I'm able to teach you the reason why. Number one is that we need to make you know Christ, who is the owner of the work we come to do as Christians. They're able to teach you the rudiments and things you need to do to be able to hold that fact that you came here to fulfill a mandate.
I do more of life skill because I think what the young people need are those skills that can help them in meeting up with the daily challenges that are imminent as they continue in their journey in life. And life skill is such that you receive instant feedback from your audience. As a matter of fact, it is participatory, it's activity based, so you involve them.
Now, and you have the team, okay? Even if it's the team you are choosing on your own, your ability to read around the text, know their connectivity, matters a lot. And then your ability to interpret it and apply it appropriate to the contents of the paper. You have to know your audience. Then, in all says and done, your sermon must be Christ-centric. It must be Christ-centered. That is the bottom line of everything. So when people are responding positively, giving testimonies as a result of the sermon they just listened to, you know that yes, the sermon is impactful.
It's the time when I see the message sink into my listeners. And this you see right on their faces. Some of them nod in agreement. Some of them immediately put a pen to paper. Some of them you see the countenance, how they receive, the word, how they receive the delivery of the word. And in most cases, people have approached me after the sermon immediately, and on long term, sometimes even months, to say that there were decisions that they took that impacted their life, especially in the direction of the sermon that they listened to.
Speak with power.
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 Speak with power. Speak with power. Powered by School of Eloquence, the home of public speaking.
Okay, so give me 5 examples of speakers that you admire that speak very well, locally and globally.
Well,
5 examples.
Naturally, you ask a very difficult questions, but
you must have speakers that inspire you.
Why I'm telling you that it's difficult questions? There are some. You see, if you look at an English-speaking person, you cannot remove the native speakership in him.
Which has to do with the language.
Which has to do with the
we
language.
agree, but I'm
so
just
in an event you find a Nigerian, probably you may have problem with his accent or dialect or any other
thing. Let's discount the accent and the dialect.
All right. There are a lot of public speakers. For instance, now, if I tell you Cyril Stover is a very good public speaker.
Cyril Stover is a newscaster.
Yes, that's why I'm going.
Okay.
He's a newscaster, naturally. You understand? But when it comes to his own profession in terms of deliverables of newscasting, he's second to none. If you talk about Eugenia Abu in terms of feminite, you see in Nigeria she too
she stands out.
She stands out, unique in terms of both delivering news
as a newscaster,
as a public speaker
also.
from
the platform,
from the platforms
Eugenia
also.
Abu, yes, I'll take Eugenia Abu, yes.
If for instance now you go back again along that line, you take Sonia Rosler. She was one time CNN, presenter. She also.
Since you have a love affair with newscasters.
No, you see, those are the kinds of public figures that you can easily.
Let's move to typical public figures that.
Well, you have Obama naturally.
Obama is there, yes. You mentioned Obama.
Obama is a very good
stands
out. And
what about in Nigeria?
In Nigeria, I don't want to be caught in a way.
You're being political here. I can understand. You're being
well, I have one person that I call Obong Isian. Yes, he's one of
that's part of the politics.
No, it's not part of the politics, but it's a part of reality. It's a part of reality.
Yes. I understand that. I think that it can.
No, on a serious note, and if you look at my former boss, Dr. Dokuku Adol Peter Side, he's also a very he's also a very unique person in terms of public speaking. No, there are a lot of them. As I said, I don't want to be caught in a political way.
Okay, so we'll leave anything that puts you very close to politics out. I'm going to ask this particular question. Do you think it's appropriate? Most times we watch the television, public officials, not just public officials now, but notable Nigerians, and it's time to give a speech, they are reading word for word with their heads buried in their papers. What do you think about that approach to speaking?
The public speaking...
Is it right? Does it bore people? Should that be the case?
I think it depends on style.
So are you saying reading?
It depends on style. If your style is for you, reading speech is different from delivering speech.
Okay, so excellent. Okay, I like that. Okay,
it's different. There are two different things.
So which is better?
If somebody,
which is better before you go?
It's not the questions of being better.
Okay, which is much more engaging? Reading a speech or delivering the speech?
Let me analyze it first. Okay. So because I don't want to have condemnations of public officers that they will be sent to go and deliver speech and they will just read and go. So it depends on the style. Okay. Some people by nature of their training, they are more inclined to reading speeches. Actually, to answer your question precisely, that's not a public speaking. So if you're talking of public speaking, it's for you to, sit down and stand out before your audience and try to convince them. From time to time, you may prepare speech and the situation you find yourself, certain adjustments need to be made to enable you have the glimpse and the catch of the minds of your audience. So obviously, you cannot compare delivering public speaking from mindset than, with that of reading. In the context of communication, the deliverables of speech is understanding. If a listener understands you are reading, communication has taken place.
Okay.
Do you understand? And you cannot countenance that one is unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Okay.
Then, again, if you sit down and use the act of public speaking and deliver your speech, and the audience also understand you, then communications has taken place. So you see, in both sides, you are talking of understanding of what you are trying to communicate. But in the real sense of it, if you are talking of public speaking, you cannot talk about reading speech. So delivering speech in terms of reading is quite different from public speaking, and they can never be the same.
They can never be the same.
So the art of delivering speech from the concept of mastering your subject is more ideal in present day leadership than a leader carrying a paper to go and read it.
Okay. So I think it's pretty much clear where you stand. Thank you so much, Dr. Bashir Yusuf Jamo. It's truly a pleasure to have your insights, and at the School of Eloquence, we wish you the very best with regards to your work at NIMASA and a very successful tenure as the Director General and Chief Executive of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency.
Thank you very much.
So I hope you've enjoyed my short conversation with Dr. Jamo. I look forward to having another great guest on our next episode. Thank you. So to do well in public speaking, you must see it as a relationship between yourself and your audience.
Speak with power.
Speak with power.
Speak with power.
Speak with power.
Thank you for watching today's episode of Speak with Power. As always, we encourage you to continue this conversation with us on all of our social media handles as displayed on the screen. Lyman Beecher once said that eloquence is logic on fire. In other words, the ability to speak effectively and powerfully gives you the power to light up any audience and win them over to your point of view, thereby making a significant impact on their lives. That is what the ability to speak in public can afford any man. So, what are you waiting for? The stage is yours. Speak with power.
Speak with Power